Video Games Live will be live tonight in Vancouver, starting at 7:30, Centre for Performing Arts. Tomorrow night, Royal Theatre Victoria. You're a traveling man.
All over. We're starting, we're doing 16 shows across Canada in 21 days. So we launched it last night, and we're on the road now.
How fabulous. All over the world?
We play all over the world. We do about 50, 60 shows a year, and we've been anywhere. I mean, we've played in front of 100,000 people in China. We played Brazil, Mexico, Australia, New Zealand, everywhere, all over Europe. It's crazy.
And the audience, always important, as you know. So you're in Mexico, or you're in Taiwan, or you're in Vancouver. How do the audiences change? Do you notice?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, they're a little crazier down in South America. I mean, the walls are literally shaking when I'm in my dressing room, getting prepared for. I mean, they're in it. China the same way, and Taiwan they go a little nuts over there. I wouldn't say they're more reserved in North America, but just they're not insane crazy. Actually, in Montreal, they're pretty insane too.
Of course.
They are a little crazy in Quebec.
Yes, there's something about the French.
They love it. They go nuts.
Yes, and they're not afraid to yell and scream.
That's
it's like being in Boston at hockey.
Exactly it.
When you begin the process, where does it begin? You at the piano?
Yeah, mostly. I mean,
writing notes in your dreams. What?
Yeah, oh, that's a good one. I like that. Usually a designer, a game designer, will come down and explain the story to me, and then I start imagining this thing in my head, you know. And that's what makes writing for video games very different from film and television, because film and television are linear. So they have to write the music exactly to what the edit is, or the cut is. Whereas with video games, they might come to me and say, "Hey, I have 100 guys on horseback with swords, all coming to attack you. Write me a 3-minute piece of music," so I can start to go a little crazy. So I'll usually write on the piano first, and then bring that up to my synthesizer in my studio, and then I can, you have the whole orchestra at your fingertips. That's what technology. I mean, imagine if Beethoven were alive today, the stuff he could do, right?
Yes.
And so you could, and then I start to fill it in from there, and then I'll hire orchestrators and arrangers who really know what they're doing, and they copy it all out for the people in the symphony, and then we record it with a live symphony.
And who hires the Sylvester Stallones or the Wesley Snipes?
In the game industry?
Yeah.
They have. I mean, it's just like the film industry, where there's so many different parts of the game now. So they have dialogue directors, and they have people who just do sound design. They have people who just do music, people who just do create costumes for the characters, set design. It really is.
It's huge.
Yeah, totally.
What's your favorite part of all of this?
For me, it's playing live and feeling that energy, that immediate rush and energy from a live audience. As composers, a lot of us kind of sit in our studio, our dark studios, and we compose, and it's like, putting a message in a bottle and sending it out. You never really get the feedback, but to perform live in front of thousands of people and to get that immediate energy and reaction, there's nothing, for me as a musician and composer, there's nothing greater.
So you hear a little Mozart, a little Stravinsky, a little this, a little that,
I always said that,
rock and roll.
Exactly, and if Beethoven were alive today, I think he'd be a video game composer.
Probably.
I would. He wouldn't be a film composer. He wouldn't want people talking over his music. But these guys were the rock stars of their time, and even Tchaikovsky, when he debuted the 1812 Overture, he had live cannons firing on stage at the appropriate time. So if these guys were around, they'd be using videos and lasers and lights.
Of course
too,
they would. Do
anything.
any of these games have any country music?
There is a couple, yeah. In fact, I worked on a fishing game. Yes, they exist, and we did a little country music for that. And I think you get into some of your NASCAR games, they'll license some country, sometimes some country music into some of those.
Little trout fishing in America.
Hey, why not, right?
Why not?
Makes sense.
So where now, after Victoria?
We're doing.
Where are you headed?
We play Vancouver tonight. And in fact, can I give you an exclusive thing here?
Yes, please.
The Canucks won last night.
You noticed?
Right? Yeah, I noticed, because we were right across the street from the venue, and the venue was shaking. So we're doing tonight, in celebration of the Canucks winning. If anyone wants to go to the show tonight, they're doing half-price tickets up in the balcony.
Really?
All you have to do is you put in the word Canucks to celebrate the Canucks. I think there's some seats left up there, so there you go. But
and we can bring the white towel and everything, and swing
I
the
would
towel,
love that.
Why not?
That'd be great. Sonic the Hedgehog would love that. But after Victoria, we're in Calgary, Edmonton, Ottawa, Saskatoon, Montreal, Toronto, Kitchener, Hamilton. We're all over the place.
Life on the road.
Kingston, yeah.
You signed up for that too. Steven Tyler, really your cousin?
Yeah, his real name is Steven Tallarico.
Steven Tallarico. Did you know him when he was a little bat?
Well, he was a little older than me. He was always a little older than me. But I remember going backstage when I was a kid. And the cool thing about that is I always remember, being at the side of the stage growing up and seeing him perform at 20, 30,000 people. So for me, when people say, what do you want to be when you grow up? It's like, well, that.
Him.
Yeah, and I never, as a kid, I never thought that was an impossible dream.
Right.
Because it's like, well, if Cousin Steven's doing it, why can't I?
Why not? Live the wonder.
Yeah.
And if he goes off idle one day, maybe you'll get a gig.
That'd be cool.
Who knows? How nice to meet you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Tommy Tallarico, Video Games Live tonight, Center for Performing Arts.